Hello there, Test Subjects. It's Varun here. It's time for another Crosser stream. Uh, there is new content. I haven't tested it out, but I know there is new content. Let's just hope it doesn't kick my ass. Also, regarding the YouTube stream yesterday, apparently, even though it said it was connected again, it actually didn't connect to the stream. So I'm gonna have to just post a full video later then. Maybe I'll just post the full thing anyways. Hmm, I'm debating on it. Okay, let me just do this, and yeah, I guess I'm ready. I'm just waiting for the buff. Let me just open this, and I guess this. I still haven't. Keep forgetting to remove the. I'll just. I'll see if I remember it today to remove the bot from the thing. Okay, I got this. So return to hub. I'm so gonna get my ass kicked for this. Mm, mm, mm. This is not gonna be pretty. Hi there, Fent. How are ya? Okay, so birthday with you. The freaking summertime songs for this game are always so like catchy for some reason. Also, okay, this capsule event is still ongoing, but I think it's gonna end soon, right? It's gonna end tomorrow, literally. Well, good luck then. Okay, you can get this. And probably the combat power one. Did I already get it? I guess I already got it. Okay, ad's gonna start soon. In the meantime, I guess I'll just do the other dailies that aren't as important. Okay, there's an air compensation. I don't know what the air was, but sure, why not? Hey, some integrated farming tickets, that's good. I mean, if you want to, you can join me. Let me just do my dailies first, and then we can do some raids, I guess. Though the one I was planning on doing, you're gonna have to do some solos first. So if you wanna prepare that while I'm doing this. Here it is. This is like new bosses, so I have no clue how this is gonna go. Death to the Dream Deus. Okay, before I do that, let me just do the solo since ads are about to start. I'll just go for I'll do Dogger and Magda first. I need to craft the weapon. It's the first sentence, so it always takes a few more seconds. But yeah, if you wanna, like, the raid one I was planning on doing is the new county one, so you have to do the story with Dogger and Magra. But I'm kind of rusty. It's been a little bit, it hasn't been that long, but still. Just, okay, I'm getting the combos down again. Yeah, I got it down again. Ow, ow. I'm fine. Yeah, it's starting. Now it's just all the lights. Ooh. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, those ones are gone. Now it's just these purple ones, which should be fine as long as she doesn't get into the corner like that. Ouch. My freaking god. Stop moving around! I keep missing my moves because of you. Oh, come on. I was pretty sure that was gonna be out of the range. So yeah, what can I talk about? Yeah, fans. Did you notice that there's a new trailer for the anime GTA? It's starting to feel like a mod for the actual GTA, to be honest. I'll just do this to finish her off. He does look like one.
빛이 끄고 현장에 도착했습니다. 꺼드릴게요.
Pom 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 pom. I mean, it's still gonna take a while to like actually come out. Like at this point, I don't know what's gonna come out first, that or Enfield. Though with Enfield, they did add like a wishlist thing for. I think it was only for consoles for some reason, but I haven't checked like on Steam. I got it. I still don't know what to do there. Unless it's just combat dodge, which it is possible. Okay. Oh, god dang it. I'm ringing the doorbell because of course they are. Okay, I'll be right back. I can't stop this. I'm gonna die, but what can I do about it? Great, I went to the door and nobody picked up. So, yeah, great. Good thing I have a bunch of revives, or else I would be like really annoyed about that. Okay. Ouch. Ow, 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 can't move! Jesus Christ, it's one of the stun locking ones. I'm, well, I did lose a bunch of like. The defense reset after I died, so. But I'm surprised I only got 10. Ba, 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 ba.
이 수영복 조금 꽉 끼네. 새벽녘의 별빛께서 이 모습을 보면 뭐라 하실까?
Do, 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 do. Okay, I've done the dailies. I guess I'll do the story now before I get another ad.
나 잘 어울리는 것 같아?
Okay. At long last, the moment of the decisive battle has come. An unprecedented, earth-shattering colossal beast attacks the village, slaughtering innocent humans. To stand against that brutal monster, the warriors have gathered at the reporting station where settings are received. Etching courage and conviction into the tips of their weapons, they now prepare for the deadly struggle against the beast. Night deepens and the hunt is about to begin. But go weep. For the outcome of the hunt is already decided. No weapon in human hands can harm the beast. Then by what means could these warriors possibly slay it? Will all their heroic tales end up as nothing but ash and dust scattered far into the distance? There's no way to prevent their tragedy, unless they receive help from the gods themselves. But what a fortune! A god, realizing the situation, graciously descends to aid the warriors on their reckless hunt. Oh yeah. There's usually codes for ZZZ, Genshin of course. Wua, those are usually always active. What else? There was the Oma Musume one, but for some reason it was only for like the Japanese server or whatever, which makes no sense since the global version came out that time, but whatever. But yeah, okay, continuing onward. God, realizing the situation, graciously descends to aid the humans on their reckless hunt. Yet, yet, the Fulut's warriors reject this offer for an absurd reason, and thus their fate is sealed. The god, sighing, looks up to the heavens, rather than let the warriors become prey to the wild beast. Better that I end the play myself. Brave but all the more pitiful closers.
언젠가 꿈속에서 또 만나세나.
무너지지 않.
Several hours after the closers evacuated from the theater to the museum. Closer, are you okay? Your eyes were closed. Were you asleep? You didn't have a dream, did you? Beast of Gavoden. I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem like it was a dream with any special meaning. At least we weren't dragged back to the theater, thank goodness. Let's go over the current situation again. The Lord of Fantasy, who calls himself Count D, has declared his intention to abandon this world. And as part of that, he even tried to eliminate you. Even I, who tried to stop it, was targeted. The Lord of Fantasy has done much for humanity. We will not forget his kindness and support. But even so, we cannot allow him to decide humanity's future or set its course. He may be a god, but he's not humanity's god. However, just because we want to oppose him doesn't mean we have a surefire way to overcome his immense power. In fact, until just moments ago, I was utterly defeated, and you were nearly placed in grave danger. But it's different now. I've finally found a clue. The Lord of Fantasy once interacted with humanity in the past. I searched the museum for memories of that time, but no matter how hard I looked, nothing relevant turned up. I had my suspicions about that. In truth, this museum owes much of its current form to his help. The original structure, the Ark, did have basic observation and archive functions. But for the space to expand this much and for the observation range to grow so wide, that's thanks to the Lord of Fantasy. Yet because he was so heavily involved in its construction, he may also be able to exploit its structure. While helping renovate this place, he could have arranged for any memories related to himself to be hidden. Of course, by the rules here, all human memories are stored. No human can escape that rule. Which means if the Lord of Fantasy and humanity met, the memories of that meaning must still exist somewhere here. If they don't appear, then they must be here but hidden from sight. So I searched places I normally wouldn't check. And at last I found it. A narrow gap between two walls, and inside it a memory slipped in like a postcard. Rejoice, closer. This is the secret of the Lord Fantasy sought to hide.
무너지지 않네.
진심으로
Sometime later. You've been waiting long, closer? I've re-edited the memory I found earlier. It was in a format unlike the usual memory structure in our museum. So I had to forcefully convert it into a form we could actually view. But during that process I encountered a strong protection lock, one that would distort and damage the moment it was opened. I reacted as quickly as I could, but some parts of the memory inevitably became corrupted. So there may be historical inconsistencies or changes to the characters themselves. Still, the core of the story is without a doubt something that really happened. Normally, I'd be the first to review it and check for safety, but it seems there's no time for that now. Let's watch it together. The story of Lord Fantasy sought to hide, of a time when humans and the Lord of Fantasy mingled.
편히 쉬다 가게나.
Oh.
난 제군들의 편이니까. 아주 즐거웠어. 또
That
아주
무너지지 않네.
They
편히 쉬다 가게.
they changed the UI. Paris. Knock knock knock. Knock knock knock. No answer, but I'm going in anyway. I'm a willful woman, and that room isn't yours. It's my studio. Here, my poor playwright. I brought chicken soup as a token of encouragement. Honestly, making me go to all this trouble. You really are a terrible man. Marta. Oh, so that's how it looked. Hmm. Yes, Marta, your lover. You haven't forgotten, haven't you? If you've forgotten, I'll snip it right off with my scissor. Where exactly are you cutting? Please have mercy, I haven't forgotten. Lady Morta, darling of high society, owner of our future's costume room, a great tailor and hairdresser, and my beloved. Sorry I couldn't answer right away. I felt like I was just about to remember something. You better remember soon, Dee. I can't finish the costumes until the script is complete. Of course, I've already started a few pieces based on your unfinished draft, but I'd rather not have to frantically alter them again, because you changed the story halfway through. Sorry, it won't happen this time. Probably. Stentaldi, you boasted you'd be a great scriptwriter, remember? You swore you'd surpass those across the sea. It was a hollow dream. Working in the industry taught me that much. I took this job far too lightly. Nothing ever went the way I wanted. The characters kept slipping out of my control, and whenever I tried to guide them towards comedy, they headed headlong into tragedy. This time's no different. Then why not just change the story entirely? There's no need to cling to this beast of Givaudan. No, I will turn that tale into a play. The isn't it isn't it just magnificent? The beast of Givaudan, a dreadful beast that no weapon can harm, and a hunting party that banded together to face it. The fact it really happened, I must turn it into my play. But you hit a roadblock along the way. Now even I, the costume designer, along with the director and the actors, are at a loss. And what exactly is the problem? The monster's far too strong, and the human warriors are far too weak. I can't think of any way for them to win. Of course, the human warriors are exceptional too. They even have special abilities. But the monster they have to face is truly endlessly strong, overflowing with hatred towards humanity. As if it wants to wipe out all of humanity. Does the monster really have to be that strong and evil? You're the scriptwriter, aren't you? Couldn't you just make it a little weaker? No, I can't do that. Because that monster really is such a being. Those eyes, they truly despise humanity, and wish to see it gone. I don't fully understand, but I see there's no room for compromise on your side. Fine, I get it. Then how about giving the warriors more power? I tried that. I did all I could to help them. In their dreams, I had them fight virtual monsters so they could grow stronger. And they did grow, without a doubt, but they're still far too weak. The Beast of Gvaudan is too powerful. And then the day of the decisive battle came far too soon. What do I do? What do I do? Ugh. Dee, are you alright? How many nights have you been staying up? Have you been eating? Well, you see, sorry. I think I haven't slept for about 4 days. But I don't want to sleep. Whenever I do, I have strange dreams. The other night, I dreamt I was nothing more than a fragment of some great god, and that I was absorbed back into it, vanishing completely. And the other day, I was in some strange desert library, recording my voice into a machine I didn't even recognize. Every time I have dreams like that, I feel more and more like I'm losing myself. D. If it really, if it's really that hard, then stop and let's take a vacation. If we went somewhere like Marcel to rest, everything would feel better. No, no. I have to finish the script. I just have to. Even if I disappear along the way, at least the script will be. If you truly feel that way, then for now, just rest a little. Come on, eat the soup, then take a nap. Don't worry, I'll sit right here by your side. With me here, you won't have any nightmares. Martha, thank you. Why are you so good to me? You, a genius designer, a hairdresser, and a renowned figure of high society. To a beginner scriptwriter like me. Hmm. I suppose that's the fullness of love. It was about writing the greatest script, only to struggle and despair, yet still get back on your feet. I fell for that pathetic side of yours. What can I say? Blame my foolish eyes, Martha. Now eat the soup. It's made by me, a genius designer, a hairdresser, and a celebrity of high society. Okay, we get it already. If you refuse, I'll cut it with my scissors. I won't ask what you plan to cut. I'm too afraid to hear the answer. Hmm, smart choice.
아주 즐거웠어. 또 와주시게.
신고했.
Knock, knock, knock. Mhm. Martha, is that you? Like, sorry, but no. I'm the debt collector come to press you for payment, and the messenger who's here to announce the end. Manager. Know the situation. You're having trouble, aren't you? I'd like to give you some leeway, but you have to think about my situation too. I can't postpone this any longer. The end is staring right at us. It can't be postponed anymore. But the conclusion hasn't been reached yet. I'll say it again. The time is approaching. The time of the end is approaching. It's already right before us. Yeah, I know. In that case, there's only one way. I've made my decision. Yes. If we're going to reach a conclusion, then this is the only way. Don't worry, manager. I'll end it before it's too late. I hope you do. Then I wish you luck. Thank you. Thank you so much. Then I suppose it's time to wake from the dream.
이 싸움
편히 쉬.
Dee, are you in the... Oh, my love, come in quickly. Dee? Are you okay, Dee? Rejoice, be happy. I've finally completed. I finished the script at last. Is that true? That's wonderful. I'm proud of you, Dee. Thank you. It's all thanks to you, lady. Then tell me what it's about. How did you solve the problem that was troubling you so much? There was a very simple way. All the answers were in the classics. The hero's face of the beast of Gavaldan, but against the monsters of overwhelming power, they struggled desperately. And then, at the moment of their great peril, I got the sense to solve all their problems. A god? Yes, a god. They come down in style, riding a machine. I'll have to tell to the stage director to prepare it quickly. The god tells the warriors how to fight, and the warriors act accordingly to that method. Of course, they also use the god's blessings as a weapon. And so, at last, the warriors win. This was the only way to save those brave warriors. Well, this should work, right? T, can I be honest? If that's how you're going to develop it, I think it better be off to end it with the warriors dying in a tragic finale. What? What do you mean by that? That's ridiculous. How could such a devastating tragedy be better than my story now? An omnipotent king intervening to resolve every conflict. That kind of story can't resonate with people. We don't live in the age of gods. We live in the age of humans. You know that too, right? I understand the temptations to go for an easy ending when you're tired and pressed for time, but that kind of ending won't do. It might be even seen as mocking to the warrior's courage. That, what do you mean, lady? I don't understand. I cared for those warriors more than anyone. I wanted their victory more than anyone else. How could my heart and actions possibly be seen as insulting to them? I, I, Dee, are you okay? I'm fine. Ugh, Dee, guess the time has come. time I saw in the nightmare. I'm sorry, Martha. D, what's wrong? What on earth? I must become part of something far greater. Now I finally understand. I am, my true self is. I'm afraid, lady, even though I know there's no need to be afraid. I don't want to go. D, why are you. Ah, flash. Flashbang!
진심으로 환영.
Lady Martha could not help but be shaken. The man who had once been her lover, boastful, quick to despair, yet with eyes so unbearably pure, had vanished in the blinding light, and in his place appeared a figure in a truly bizarre outfit that could only be called a grotesque indulgence. A masked fiend. Oh, my lady, forgive me for startling you. Who are you? I suppose it's only natural you wouldn't recognize me. It's me, your eternal lover, D. What do you say? Do you say? Of course, to be precise, that's not entirely correct. Hi, Red. Did you sleep well? Did you get flashbanged awake or something? He did arrive around that time. Okay. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Count D. Simply put, you can think of me as a god of dreams. A god? I place a fragment of my consciousness into a very small part of myself, then with the favor and cooperation of an old friend of mine, shipped it into something human. Well, at least it helped you, like, become awake, I guess. So, how are you, other than the part of you being flashbanged? Put simply, an incarnation, an avatar, if you will. I've long been fascinated by these humans my friend created. I tried various ways to interact with them. Indeed, I wanted to experience being a human at least once. It was marvelous, so small, so joyful, so utterly trivial. And now the time has come for me to return to my original godhood. Though for a time I will remain in this unstable state, half human, half god. You're lying, aren't you? This is just part of a new production, right? You and the stage crew planned this to. Oh dear, you don't believe me, do. Well, there's no helping it. I'll share just a sliver of a god's vision with you. Forgive me for the rudeness of touching your forehead. Ah, ah. My apologies. Was it too much of a shock? I did my best to scale it down for you. What was that just now? That wasn't the human world. Exactly. That's why I told you, right? That I am a god. Oh, yeah, it's understandable that you're stressed. I hope everything goes well. You deceived me this whole time. This don't misunderstand me. That could never be my intention. The D you met had no memories of being a god. He would have believed without a doubt that he was a human to the very end. Perhaps there were moments when, in the depths of his unconsciousness, he realized his divine nature, but he would have taken them for nothing more than nightmares or hallucinations. Then where is that D now? Oh, you needn't look elsewhere. Your lover is here, inside me. That sounds interesting. His dreams and emotions are all carefully kept within me. It was such a splendid, vivid experience. Can't you separate him out again? If you wish, I can take on that form again. But once a role exits the stage, it has exited. Even if he reappeared, he would not be quite the same as before. But don't worry, as I said earlier, he's preserved inside me. I see, so that's how it is. Lady, I remember your devotion and affection, as vividly as if it were now. So I have a proposal for you. Why don't we build a theater together? To be honest, I've been thinking about creating a theater of my own for a long time. I'd like you to join me as my theater's costume designer. I can promise you eternal youth and pleasure. If you wish, I can even let you glimpse the fragments of the multiverse. Just a little, of course. Count D, was it? I cannot accept your proposal. I no longer have the strength to make clothes, because my one and only love has just died.
언젠가 꿈속에서 또 만나서
잠들지 마.
The Count couldn't help but be flustered. He had expected she would be quite shocked. There was also the worry that she might throw a brief fit of hysteria, but even so, he had thought she would eventually smile. Yet the lady before him was simply dejected. She had sunk to the floor, staring blankly at something in the distance. Her gaze was not on the Count. You won't come with me? And besides, you say your love has died. Didn't I tell you? Your love is within me. I am thee, and thee is me, therefore. Don't make me laugh. You're not that man. A man who dreamed an outrageously big dream and despaired when he couldn't achieve it, yet somehow tried to do better. The man I loved was that pathetic yet beautiful man. Never some god who becomes human as a game and toys with someone's heart. You're going too far. Didn't I tell you? Thee is within me, and I am also thee. Though it may be nothing more than a small stain, your biting words do hurt me a little as well, so please. Please what? You want me to love you, now that you're not even that man anymore? I can't do that. I can't love you. No, I won't be able to love anyone ever again. Ah, even if I were to fall in love with someone again, I would never be able to be certain that he isn't just a puppet set up by God. All my love, it's over now. Rather than continue a life without love. Lady, what are you doing with those scissors? Hello, God who toyed with the hearts of humans. May this red blood at least stain your splendid outfit, even if just a little. My love has ended, and now the only use left for these scissors is this. What, lady, did you just stab me? Yes, a small revenge against the god who stole away my beloved. And next time we shall meet again soon, dear. Lady? What is this? Such a development, such an ending, utterly incomprehensible. How can a god descend and speak salvation only for a human a moral to deny it? You there, the one watching this right now, answer me. Yes, I mean you.
잠들지 마.
Yeah, closer. Are you alright? I've forcefully terminated the memory playback. The Lord of Fantasy in the memory seemed to become aware of this side. He is, without question, a being that could be called a god, even if it's only a reproduction within memory. Depending on our method of observation, he could still notice us. That's how dangerous an enemy we're dealing with. Any further playback would be risky. But with this, we've at least confirmed how the Lord of Fantasy interact with humans. To think he would create a human incarnation himself and act through it. It's such astonishing, but now is not the time to be merely astonished. We need to think about how to use this memory. That woman called Lady Martha. Obviously, that's not her real name. Martha is the name of a goddess from human mythology. Must be a pseudonym taken from the goddess of death, Martha. Perhaps the Lord of Fantasy distorted memory data to hide the real name. In any case, if we follow the trail of her memories, we can find a clue. Just wait a moment, I'll try searching. You've been waiting, haven't you? I have the results. and they are quite shocking. I'll get straight to the point. Lady Morta is still partially alive. Only faintly, just fragments of consciousness remain. The place where she is the deepest part of the theater, the costume room. Every theater has a costume room, prop room, or dressing room. And there's no way to the Lord of Fantasy who obsesses over form will leave such a place out. But when I was guided through that theater, I never saw a costume room. Never even heard mention of that such place existed. Perhaps the Lord of Fantasy did build a costume room, only to seal it away, unable to ever reveal it. You could say it might be tied to a painful memory of his own, which means that costume room could be hiding something that would deeply unsettle him. Based on Lady Morta's memories, I'll send you to the costume room where she is. Just like when we infiltrated the theater, it's impossible to enter other parts of the theater right now. The Lord of Fantasy is still alert, but this costume room seems to be a place where even he doesn't acknowledge exists. It appears to be a space outside the rules of the theater, which means my ability can reach it. Now go closer, and then take on Lady Morta over there. See what condition she's in.
이 싸움 나도 장담할 수가 없어.
Okay.
모시겠소. 신사승려의
Oh, that's interesting.
인간의 꿈이 이어진 세계.
Okay, before that, let me just check on the. Okay, I can make this. Can't upgrade it yet, but I can make it at least. Let me just put it there. To upgrade this, I need 40. Okay, how many? I have 9 there. I have 25, but it's still like I still have a bunch of time, so I'll just save those. I got a reward from this. Oh, it's just well, experience is fine. Oh, and I got some stickers. No stickers after the sticker event, something, but whatever. Okay, God dang it, I got 2 J's. I'm blaming you, Red, for this. You summoned the J's. Okay, freestyle weapon, not weapon, wings. I don't really need that. That fiber is good, I guess. Triggers, okay. Let me check if there's any specific combos. No. And then there's the special ones. Okay, guess I'll go for this, and I'll go for this one. That's good enough for now. Okay, I guess I'll do the solo now.
모시겠소. 신사승려 여러분. 누군가의
Okay,
아이가 될 수 있는 세계로.
120. This is gonna be interesting. The Dead Lady's costume room. Behind the Galerius Theater, a secret dressing room lays hidden. When the lights are turned on, the light. Okay, I couldn't read that. So this is the costume room. At first glance, it looks like an old-fashioned, elegant costume room. Excuse me, is anyone here? Who's there? Who would come to this costume room no one ever visits? She is pretty. Like, I kind of like her model more than her, like, drawing, which is surprising because normally it's the opposite. Uh, could it be, Count? Have you finally taken pity on me and come to see me? If it really are the Count, I would be so happy. I've been making clothes, always thinking of you. Thousands, tens of thousands of nights thinking only of you. Please come down. So you're not the Count. Still, your face looks familiar. You're Sylvie, aren't you? The closer with a hobby of watching record videos, and is in situationship with situationship, you say? That's not it at all. Where do you even get that information about me? Did they mean like relationship, or did they just did they really mean situationship? I don't know. Okay. I've been here a long time making clothes, wigs, and cosmetics. Props for those who go up on stage. Among them were outfits made for you as well. I've been watching your exploits from here too, so I'm your fan, just like the Count. You've uncovered Seha's shocking secret, and you've encouraged the girl who could be called your parents' enemies, haven't you? You must be very confused. Are you alright? I'm just doing my best with what I have to do. Just leave my story for another time. More importantly, you're the Lady Martha, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm just a doll made in Lady Martha's likeness. But I was made wrong, so I was abandoned. Yes, I was abandoned. Because I was abandoned, I must be alone. If not, if not, I know you have to run. Please come down. What's the meaning of this? Because I was abandoned, I'm meant to be alone. If that rule is broken, my body will automatically try to eliminate you. That's the safeguard the Count created to keep me hidden. I'm losing control. I'm sorry, but I'll have to cut your thread of life. Okay. Oh, okay. That was faster than expected. Please regain your composure. There's no reason for us to fight. No, I can control myself, and the dizziness is getting worse. Now I'm going to transform into the decapitating lady. Ah, oh. That was. I wasn't expecting that cutscene. God dang it, why are you. Where did your clothes all go? This. Her form was changed. Ah, I remember everything. I died, but I came back as a patchwork doll. It hurts so much, but you have to feel it too. Uh, yeah, it hurts. Count, where are you? Why am I the only one left here? In this dark, cold place, left all alone. She stopped. Who is she supposed to be? Lady Martha's doll? Closer, do you hear me? I was watching the situation too. Go closer to that doll and place your hand on it. Then you'll be able to glimpse the memories that became her part. You'll learn what really became of to Lady Martha, and a secret that the Lord of Fantasy, Count D, was trying to hide. To be honest, I found her like clothes version prettier, but whatever.
진심으로
When the closer touched the body of the fallen Lady Martha, by Noah's doing, the memories of the Count that was dormant within her surfaced. To be honest, it's nothing more than a tiny stain of emotion on clothing. The face of the human avatar called D that I once possessed amounts to no more than that. Still, a stain on one's clothes does tend to bother you. So I brought over the parts that were still alive, filled the rest with leftover components from stage props, and tried to resurrect you as a doll. Count. Why? Why is it different from that time? You are not her. You're not that Lady Morta, only your face is similar, but the core is completely different. I'm sorry, Count. What must I do to become that lady? If I try harder. No, not with that attitude. She had a rational and dignified side, but at the same time she was childlike, with a dreamlike nature. Those were intertwined. How how she could be both, I can no longer fathom. In the end, is it impossible for me to create it? Can I not create a human, like that friend of mine? Am I only capable of creating dolls? Darkness that yearn for light. Count, don't look at me with those eyes. I should never have created you to begin with. Yet I'm not cruel enough to destroy you after making you. Ah, you are the spirit itself, my darkness. Because of you, things that should never exist in me are resurfacing. Regret, self-reproach, inner conflict, anguish. These things keep soiling my clothes. Count, if looking at me pains you so, I will destroy myself. That way there will be nothing to sadden you. No, that's the one thing you must never do. Don't destroy yourself while in that form. Emotions that should never surface are starting to rise again. Along with them, the failed one that she left behind. Dolmorta, here's what we'll do. From now on, you will work in the costume room to make costumes and manage the makeup tools. I will then seal and rearrange my memories of you. My costume room is designed to automatically produce stage costumes and cosmetics, and I will turn off all consciousness in you, except for the concept of managing the costume room. If you remain consciousness while in that room, you will suffer from eternal boredom. I know well how painful boredom can be. I don't want to place you in that pain. Here's a jewel box. I will seal your consciousness into a ring inside of it. A ring once meant for a woman a fledgling playwright fell for. Now it has no use except for this. Now then, next, I must create an intendant to assist my work. Originally, I intended for you to stay by myself, side and help me, but I will change the plan. I will make an intendant in your place. A girl who's rational yet dignified. A girl who's emotional yet cheerful. I cannot create a being with both those contradictory traits intertwined, so I will have to make them separately. A rational and dignified child, an emotional and cheerful child. If separated like this, even I can make them now. Then Count. Please, just this once, let me help you. Let me assist you in creating those attendants. I'll give my utmost to help you. We'll make those children together, Count. Very well, let's create them together. Thank you for granting me this. I'll give it my all. This will be my first and last time I can do something together with you. The children we've created together will truly become wonderful beings. And I will forever live remembering this moment, and the children born from it. Yes, forever alone, longing for you and those children. No, don't be like that. That would be a living hell. You're better off forgetting me and that child, and simply becoming a doll that spins fabric and cuts hair. That way your future will be without pain. You understand what I mean, right? Yes, I understand.
진심으로 환영한
After a long work, Dogger and Magra were completed. As promised, the Count extracted Magra's consciousness and sealed it into the ring in the jewel box. Then he left the costume room. Left alone, doll Martha was to become a doll without emotions, memories, or desires, merely cutting cloth and tending to the makeup tools. But the moment she was alone, the doll briefly held the detailing scissors in her hand. Then she put them down, hurried to the desk, opened the deepest drawer, and reached inside. What her hand pulled out was a ring, in, identical in appearance to the one in which the Count had sealed her consciousness. The doll slipped the ring onto her finger, and then, unable to bear the weight of a returned consciousness, she collapsed where she stood. I'm sorry, Count. While you were absorbed in creating Dogra and Magra, I made a fake ring identical to the original, and just before you left, I switched it with the real one. Normally, I could never have deceived you, but you couldn't bring yourself to look at me directly, so the switch was possible. And on the tailoring scissors, I carved a message, telling myself to find the ring in the drawer I put it on. Ah, my beloved Count, even if boredom, more terrifying than death, drives me mad with pain, I do not wish to forget my feelings for you, and my feelings for Dogra and Magra, the ones we created together. I will sink into hell carrying these feelings, forever, forever. And thus hell began.
인간.
무너지지 않.
Yes, now I understand. Count D tried to use his powers to resurrect Lady Martha, using a part of her consciousness as material. But what he created that way was nothing more than a doll. It's only natural. From the start, his power was not the power of creation. What he rules over are dreams and illusions, not living beings with true life. In their place, the true beings that were created were Dogra and Magra, and he tried to strip Doll Mortis of her consciousness, leaving her as nothing more than a true doll. But Doll Morta herself managed to keep her memories and endure countless days. Closer, you saw the memories inside Doll Morta too, didn't you? For Conti, the memories of Doll Morta are the ones of bare failure and pain. That memory was hidden deep within the theater, even by the divine being. And in the course of those events, the Count suffered great wounds on his body. By dragging the buried truth into the open, let's make him relieve the pain and scars of both body and mind. We'll bring Lady Martha face to face with the Count, and then he'll recall the memories and ones he had forgotten. What will happen after that? Honestly, I don't know. Just as the Lord of Fantasy himself said, he might think of it nothing more than a small stain on his clothes. Or it could trigger his anger and lead to an even greater tragedy. But if we leave him as he is now, all that awaits us is a tragedy anyways. In any case, betting everything on this gamble might be the best move we have right now. It really is a gamble, but let's do it closer. For the future of humanity.
부디
여러분을
After finishing communication with Noah, the closer helped the lady, who had collapsed after returning to her original form, back to her feet and supported her towards the entrance of the costume room. Don't, don't take me outside. I'm a doll that was made wrong. I must stay here forever. If the Count sees me again, he'll be hurt, because I'm a creature of darkness, Count's most detested flaw. I'm not trying to force you, but are you really okay with this? Honestly, I'm also facing things in reality that are hard to deal with right now. Sometimes I just want to throw everything away and lock myself in my room. But we can't do that, right? Even if it's painful, even if we don't want to face it, we have to look reality in the eye. Is staying here for just longing for the past really what you want? Or deep down, do you want to meet that Count again? I do want to see him, so much. I've suffered an eternity because of this feeling, and yet I still want to see him. And when I do, I want to tell him that I still love him. Let's go out together. I'll face my harsh reality too. So let's be each other's courage. You really are my hero, Sylvie. Alright, I'm scared and uneasy, but I'll go outside. Let's go to meet the Count.
어서 오십시오, 손님.
The closer and the lady stepped out through the costume room door. Before them lay astonishingly yet another stage. Upon that stage stood a pair of scissors, as shadows. You may not go any further. Yes, you must go no further. Guest, so you've returned after all. Because we let you go last time, the Count was furious. And so he orders us to guard this stage. This time we become a truly absurd nightmare. If we fail again, he said he would abandon us forever. We are prepared to face death, but there's something more terrifying than death. To be abandoned by our master. I can't go on living forever after being abandoned by my master. That would truly be horrifying hell. And so we cannot let you pass. Forgive us, but we have no choice. As for the woman sitting beside you, we don't know who she is, but we'll deal with her too, in the most comfortable, most absurdly way possible.
저와의 대화가 즐거우셨기를
Okay.
바라겠습니다. 모시겠소. 신사승려의
We reenact Dogra Magra.
왕의 열망과
Oh god.
인간의
Okay, it's just 3 levels. It's not that much of a difference. Okay. I should be fine.
작전 개시. 적을 선멸합니다.
So you've come again. This is the absurd display, Dogra Magra. In this time will bring you to an even greater absurdity, your end. An end that ends by never ending. Because we cannot be abandoned by our master. The only choice left is to abandon you, guest. Now then, Dogra Magra, let it begin. Closer, you've run into Dogra Magra. They're trying to stop you, right? But it doesn't seem like they know Lady's true identity. If they realize that truth, their attack may falter. I'll refine the lady's memories and turn them into shells. Just hold out a little longer. It's useless, guess. Right now we are the incarnations of a nightmare. Nightmares cannot be defeated. They are not something you can strike down. We are nothing more than a tragedy crashing down in absurdity. That's what we've become. Now this is the end, except the endless end. Closer, sorry to keep you waiting. The memory cell is ready. Oh, it's a net. I'll fire it at Dogger and Magra through you as the medium. Coordinates set, memory cell launch. What this is? Strange memories are flooding into my mind. What is this? What on earth? The theater sit in the costume room and Lady Marta. We were replacements for her all along. We were created by the master and her. The next line, I can't think of it. What was I supposed to say next? What am I supposed to do? Why am I even here? Calm yourself, Margaret. I feel the same. Let's halt the play for now. I don't think we can continue any further. Are you sure we can stop here? If we do, the master will. First, let's talk with our guest. And with her, the one who was our original. Yes, you're right. Thankfully, the story quests are like scaled out versions of the actual fight, because I know the actual fight is gonna be hell. Okay, 1 minute. I think I can finish reading this. This woman, she's the one we were modeled after. The one who, with the master, gave us form. That means, Mom? Are you our mom? No, I'm not your mother. I'm nothing more than a doll gone wrong. A failure who could not live up to the Count's vision. That's not true, lady. A voice for somewhere. Who are you? I'm Noah, the curator who observes humanity's memories. I'm looking at you through the closer's eyes. Doll Morte, I've peered into the memories of the lady you were modeled after. If you call yourself a failed doll, then by extension you're condemning them. Your daughters as failure too. Ah, Will you truly call them failures? Will you condemn them to hate themselves forever? No, I can't. I must not. The feeling when the Count abandoned me, I cannot let these children feel the same despair. And so, Dogra and Magra, I'm your mother. Even locked away in that room, I never stopped thinking of you. You who I created together with the Count. I gave everything I had, all my ability, all my heart, to bring you to life. And now to finally meet you like this, I'm truly overjoyed. You are my precious daughters, mine and Count. Mom, Mom, wah. Dogra, you too, come here. I'm a flawed, broken mother, but will you still let me hold you? Mother. Aw, this is sweet. Our mother. We've longed to see you, truly. I've longed for you as well, my dear daughters. Mom, my mom, let me dress you in the clothes I've made. Mother, my mother, let me tend to your hair. Thank you, my daughters. Ah, how lovely you are. Even in this artificial life has meaning after all. I'm not a broken doll, for I can love the Count, and I can love these children. I'm Lady Marta, a being different from the woman I was named after, yet I still exist here. I live. Okay.
어서
The
오세요.
ads are
안녕하세요.
about to
안녕하세요.
start, so
들려주세요. 잘못했어, 언니. 이제 개구리는
what can I do while the ads are playing? Yeah, I guess I'll do the dailies. Um, okay, doesn't say. No, it does not say. PNA would be good, but this is also good. I'll go for PNA though. I need to upgrade my PNA stuff. At least I think I can upgrade it with drops from here, but I'm not sure. Okay, who can it be now? I hope it's Gram Gram.
작전 개시.
It's the big Gram Gram. Okay. So what did I get? That's an Awakening 10. Is that for...
인벤토리가 가득 차셨다니.
Let me check if that's for the normal one or if it's for the new one. If it's for the new one, it's great. If it's for the normal one, it's crap.
잘못했어, 언니. 이제 개구리는 싫어.
I think it's for the normal one, it's not for the abhorrent. Yeah, it's for the normal one. Okay, there's no point in me doing that then. And I can select one of these. There's not really point. Sure, jumping, why not? Okay, let's check.
여러분을
Okay,
어디 보자.
Mirai.
언니, 이거 뭐라고 읽어?
What can I get with Mirai? That's good. That's all of this is kind of meh. So this Omega Equalizer is not bad. I'll go for the Omega one. Okay, 30 seconds. I can do another stage really quickly.
대본 못 외우겠어.
Oh, I hear a Grum Grum. Oh, it's you. Ah, no rare bosses. That's fine though. Meow. As long as I can get some materials, that's fine. Okay, the ads are done, so I can continue.
여러분을 개구리는 싫어.
Guest, Margaret and I have made our decision. We're still afraid and unsure if this truly is the right choice. But our master has hidden the existence of our mom from us all this time, and now he intends to abandon you and the entire world. We said we would obey him out of fear of being cast aside, but now we've resolved ourselves. Yes, we'll send with you, and with our mother, even if that means our master will abandon us. We're afraid, but we'll stay together with Mom. We only got to meet you, and I will stay with you too, no matter what horrors await us. Until I stepped out of the costume room, I still wavered at the thought of meeting him again. But once I came out, and once I met you two, I realized how desperately I want to see him again, even if that meeting means the end of my life. Then, Mother, allow us to guide you. This way, Mom. We must hurry. Our master is already carrying out the final stage of his plan. Yes, the dreadful final stage of that plan is none other than the creator, the creation of God of humanity. A scheme to remake Master not as the Lord of Fantasy, but reborn as the humanity's
인간
God.
세상 이야기 또 들려주세요. 저희는 여러분을 모시기 위해 창조된 자들입니다.
Shortly before Dogan and Magra fought the closer. What? Master intends to become the God of humanity? Yes, that's how I intend to redefine myself. That way I can control humanity far more surely. It'll be easier to deliver the script to them too. The authority to rule over fantasy. I'll set it aside from now, with the gramophone. But Master, you're the one who rules fantasy. If you seal away your own authority, then... Don't worry, that power won't vanish completely. Think of it as creating another face to stand on the stage of the battlefield. You might describe it as changing clothes. After newly taking on the face of humanity's gods, he'll absorb the energy of this world he planned to discard. Then I'll cross over to the world where my grand finale was chosen, and reign as a true god. That's why I prepared new costume and roles for you. Enhance your combat strike for the battles to come. This time, I hope you'll meekly follow my orders. If not, regrettably, I'll have no choice but to part ways with you. Ugh, fine, we'll do as you say. Just don't abandon us, Master. Hmm, that's more like it. That's what makes you my loyal servant. Now go, defend the path I told you about. But isn't that place just an empty passage? Don't you yourself said there was nothing beyond it? Yes, but precisely because of that, I have premonition that an ominous guest will come that way. Sometimes meaning arises in the place where there should be none. Very well, then we'll guard it. Good. While you do, I'll proceed with the ritual. The finale to remake myself to be reborn as a new divinity. The ritual of creating the god of humanity. As for the escaped closer and the scribe protecting him, well, dumb, but whatever. I'll face them as the newly born god of humanity. I will seize control of the museum as well as integrate it into the theater. Soon humanity will become their new god, a truly powerful and benevolent god.
같은 한때를 약속드리겠습니다.
신과의 싸움.
To redefine himself as the god of humanity. So that was the purpose of the Lord of Fantasy. First, abandon the humanity of the worlds that didn't follow the grand finale, turning them into resources. Then use those resources to redefine himself as the god of humanity, and reign as the real god of the worlds that remain. He means to become the replacement for the Starlight of Dawn, Lucifer. Certainly, by that method, humanity might indeed be preserved. If he tightly controls them within a smaller scope, he could guide them towards a grand finale where survival is possible. But humanity will be forced to accept another ruler, even if he's preferable to the to the great will. They will still have to bow to an arrogant and overpowerful god. That's not what the Starlight of Dawn desired. He gave up everything, even himself, just to protect humanity. He never sought to reign as humanity's god. I will stop him. No matter what, I will stop him. Closer, what about you? Do you feel the same way as I do?
무너지지 않을
God of humanity, I've given a lot of thought to that relationship, especially since a member of our team inherited the blood of one who was close to being a god. I could not, I couldn't help but wrestle with it. And after all that thinking, my conclusion was simple. God, the dimensional monster, and even fellow humans, anyone who dares to infringe upon the peace and freedom of humanity is my enemy. No matter what stature they hold, I will fight them. From this very moment, I recognize Conti as my complete enemy. As a closer, I will stop him, the enemy of humanity. An excellent resolve, closer. If that is your decision, then it is my duty to stand with you. Now let us march to the depths of the Dream Theater, with courage in our hearts. Master is there, conducting the final ritual to reshape himself into the god of humanity. Guest and Mom, let's go there together. Even if we're afraid, if we hold hands, we'll be fine. Yes, let's go hand in hand. Dog and Magra too. Okay, then for the brave warrior and for my mother. Open, hidden depths, behold the unbelievers who had sworn to turn their backs on God.
눈을 크게 떠
There he stood upon the stage, mask upon his face, the same cheerful smile as ever. Chaotic, truly, what a chaos! A sacred place about to begin, and yet, how could it be so distorted? Such disorder is blasphemous and rude beyond measure. It is, without a doubt, a grievous betrayal of me. Come forth, my betrayers. Are you prepared to pay the just price for your insolence? Master, our master, please, we beg of you to change your mind. We have chosen to walk the path alongside the guest. We cannot forsake this world. I've heard such lines far too many times. They bore me. More importantly, who is that shadow figure behind you? That veiled woman? Do you truly not recognize her, master? She is the mistress of the costume room, the one we don't know of. The noble lady who you shunned and abandoned long ago. Our mother, Lady Martha. It has been a long time, Count. Ah, I remember. The memory returns. My long-standing sin. The doll I should never have made. So that's what was it. You ignored my mercy and remained in the costume room, clinging to those memories all this time. All those countless years spent in a monotony with no end in sight. That is most displeasing, to disobey my order so brazenly. And you too, betrayers, you dare drag me up before me the failure I tried so hard to forget, as if I would break down in shock and abandon my grand design. If that's what you believed, then you were gravely mistaken. That failure is nothing more than a stain upon my robe. The trivial memories of a human avatar, nothing more. Count, how could you say such a thing? It's too cruel, too too cruel. She's our mom. Oh, what a foolish line, Magra. Mom, you have no such thing. You are but dolls. What dolls could ever claim a mother? Count, you must not say that. Those children were born. They have grown. They are living beings. Ah, still broken, I see. Yes, everyone here is broken, and the world that contains them is just the same. Yes, this world was always meant to be abandoned. So be it, betrayers. Let us begin your final play. Not as the cheerful laughing mask, but a new powerful god. With a violent sound, the car tore away the curtain. What emerged beyond it? A form like the Count's, yet utterly alien. Worship and be ravaged. The new god of humanity descends upon this land. In an instant, the radiance of that foreign god forced the closer's eyes shut. When at last they opened again, they found themselves upon the stage. Standing before them, he who had orchestrated it all, the Count. Every god requires a sacrifice, and for a newborn, ravenous god, such a thing is all the more essential. First you will face this form, then the form of the god of humanity you shall henceforth serve. I will fight you, defeat you, and offer you as the sacrifice. Brave closer, pitiful closer, you who dare to defy the beasts of Gavaudan themselves, you who scorn the aid of the divine, now you shall taste the wrath of a god. Come to the duel. Okay, let's see. States of a dreaming god. What kind of dream does the Lord of Fantasy dream? On the scenes where the dream of kings had appeared one after the other, the god of machines, who would end all conflicts, finally descended. Behold, the greatest stage of the Count's lifetime.
작전 개시. 적을 선멸합니다.
Now, brave closer, I grant you one last chance to display your valor. Before the Lord of the Fantasy, show me the full measure of his skill. Our bond shall end here, in this glorious duel. Oh, can I? Okay. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Was that the strength enough for you to defy a god? Was that skill enough for you to shout of a free will? Immature beings who cannot even stand on their own. You need a god after all. A strong, fair, and merciful god. One who will protect you from hardships. God of humanity. Here and now I shall reveal that divine form. Ha. Fragile humanity, yet weak yet so lovable. With mercy, I promise to embrace you, to protect you until the very end. But a sacrifice must be made. Humanity of unchosen cosmos, offer up your will as tribute. For this will serve the greater good of all mankind. Humbly accept the end I bring. Worship me, revere me, and be annihilated. Unforeseen phenomenon detected. Power is not manifesting at expected levels. Damage from the closer exceeding all projections. Confirmed contamination has mixed into the divinity. What is this? What is interfering? To access the issue, disengaging from battle, temporary. The end shall be postponing. Red. Do I need to get the spray bottle red?
현장의 잔해를 모두 수거할 때까지 당신은 이곳을 나갈 수 없습니다. 신과
While the closest fought against the Count and the newly reborn god of humanity. The spray bottle, okay. Noah, watching anxiously, monitored the scene with growing unease. At this rate, the closest will fail. Isn't there some way I can help? Then suddenly, the newly born god of humanity spoke of a malfunction, and Noah witnessed the sight of an apocalypse being delayed. What's happening? To the Lord of Fantasy, what on earth has happened? Only what was bound to happen has happened. What? You? Who are you? Silence. I'm speaking now. Keep your Jesus. Keep your mouth shut and listen. Uh, the tale of Lady Morta and the avatar of the Smiling Mask. A childless game of love and parting, and the wound it left behind. That wound, as the Smiling Mask himself said, was little more than a stain upon his garment, with no lasting effect. But the Laughing Mask's specialty is observing the multiverse. Yes, he played out that foolish little romance across every universe he observed. The details differed slightly each time, but the framework of the story was always the same. In the end, Lady Morta left a scar upon that friend who was just returning to Toad, and then took her own life. Small though it was, a wound taken while still in half human lingered even for a god. With the mask's power, he could have erased the event entirely, yet he could not bring himself to do so. To erase the event would have meant erasing his time with Lady Morta, as if it never existed. Unable to do that, he merely sealed the memory, consigning the one to oblivion, and so that forgotten wound was replicated across every multiverse. That foolish friend repeated endlessly the same childish game, and the sealing of the same memory. As a result, the one that should have been trivial now, once even recognized, could swell into a moral injury in an instant. That is the weakness I cultivated over long ages in that friend of mine. The power to observe the infinite multiverse became his own poison. In that situation, those foolish children made the Laughing Mask realize his sealed weakness. Worse still, he received that wound in the form of a newly born, unstable god of humanity. Had he remained in the full, unbroken form of a god, he might have withstood it. But because he took on the fullest resolve of saving humanity, this is what became of him. A friend who was once so cunning and ruthless that they even truly stole power from the mother of beginnings. But enamored by the toy called human, he is now utterly broken, just like my former staff. And so this battle will end in my victory. With it, the friendship between me and the Laughing Mask shall end as well. You, don't tell me. Could it be your true identity? How could you possibly be here in the museum? Child, what a foolish question to ask. The museum where all of humanity's memories are stored, the place where every human passes through unconsciously. Do you truly think I could not enter such a place? Long ago, I raised the consciousness of a newborn child and placed it within a fragment of my own will. As a human, I continue to visit the museum and gather information. All of it to create a meticulous trap in the human world for that old friend of mine. And now, to witness the end of that friend with whom I long shared camaraderie and against whom I long stood opposed. Such a glare! How discourteous of you! It's not proper to at least greet me. Even if I stand here only as a frail avatar form, I have come in person. Yeah, museum, activate protect. Such discourtesy. Why is the attack not working? Did you think I would not embed safeguards against my own creations? I am not such a naive creator. Neither the child of the wisdom or not the child of life can harm their fire. This is the oldest code engraved within you from the beginning. So kneel and show the proper respect. This is my will. Obey. My body is moving on my own. Scribe of Dawn, at your service. For us and for the Father of all humanity, the greater will.
신고했어.
Child, lower your head for a while. There are some matters I must attend to. I cannot move. What is it you plan to do? Must every action of mine require your approval? That is... It says, do not tremble so. Merely wish to use the direct line here to speak with an old friend. Now then, my old friend, can you hear me? This voice and this presence. My old friend, is that you? One who is reluctant to be called by a name, or even to bear one at all. Is that the manager, your human self? The figure that contained only a fragment of the true body, said nothing to be nothing more than a mere man as well. No, sir, not the being itself. I have not seen that form since the dressing room. Since then, I have waited this day. The day my fullest friend's wounds would fester and burst. I warned you, didn't I? That your time was almost up. That time was a warning for you to that your end was approaching. So lost in humanity, only to meet this fate. Truly the height of folly. You lowered your divinity and reshaped yourself, and in doing so you left yourself vulnerable. So it was. All of this your design from the start. From the moment you first showed me humanity, was today already written into your plans. Those children, brimming with wisdom, are repulsive, and yet they serve their purpose. Thanks to them I could finally find a way to track you down. To think you were defeated by the very creatures you cherished. Surely you have no complaints about that. You. I I have long wondered what kind of end would suit us. At times I imagine clashing with you in full force. But if we fought in earnestness, neither of us would leave unscathed. The universe itself would bear the scar. So instead I chose your favorite battlefield. Falsehoods, temptations, and the words of deceit. If you wish to rip apart the cosmos, I will answer a call. But in such a state, you appear somewhat unfit for it. Accept your defeat with dignity. Then, at least, as a friend, I will guarantee your words of farewell. I did see you as a friend, but was all you showed me was falsehood, all of it deception. Not so, even now I call you a friend. Yet precisely because you are my friend, I have long regarded you as my greatest adversary, since the very day our bond was forged. Our friendship could only have led to this end. From the very first moment we met, this day was inevitable. Do not feign ignorance. Did you not think the same? When you smothered the nightmare, when you struck down the blind king, when you quelled the silent blizzard, did you not believe the last foe standing would be the friend beside you? Surely you did. A tedious battle, but worthy all the same. And now it ends. No, no, it cannot end here. The humanity god thee moved not the form seen by the closest, but his far larger true body. That body waiting outside the theatre stirred its mechanical shell. In its destination, the museum, more precisely, the friend who was passing from there. Yet before the colossal form could cleave the heavens and reach the museum, that a rift opened in the middle of space, and an eye emerged, larger, sharper than the one seen above the Arctic skies. I had wished to answer you in a battle free of violence, but then you are no longer the smelling mask in nature's past. Very well, if this is your wish, then let us fight. To be honest, this is more of my taste as well. And with those words spoken, the eye gazed upon the humanity god. It stared with no expression, no malice, simply gazed, yet in an instant. One of humanity's god's arms had already been severed. How fitting. My will alone is law, and so it comes to pass. Even without my hand, all unfolds as intended. The moment is the moment I willed your arm severed, it was severed. Then next your leg. In an instant, the humanity god lost an arm and a leg. Yet he did not remain still. The god of mask unleashed his authority, and so the humanity god's torn limbs returned, as though they have never been cut at all. The power to rewrite harsh realities into dreams, yet in this form your dominion remains intact. Then I shall too call upon another authority. Hear me, you are no god but a beast. Your power is false, your words are false, your form is false. God, fall and become a beast. Lord, fall and become a monster. You fall and become the foe of the true God. Foolish one, before the one God alone kneel. That authority, that humanity God knew well, It was the power that once reduced Tiamat, the ruler of dread dreams, to mere beast. The power that tore the crown from the blind king, leaving him with a sightless abomination. Power that lowers the charger of an error, casting them down on a rug, while raising its wielder high as the one true God. Right, so radiance of the highest heaven. Getting it. I got flashbanged again. Were you your old self, you might have resisted this radiance, but as you are now, you are frail, nothing more than a newborn child. Then let us see if you can muster your will again in this state. First, I shall take your limbs, leave you flailing helplessly like an infant. Even as he screamed, the humanity god tried to invoke this authority, seeking to erase what had just transpired. But he was no longer a god, merely one who dared oppose a divinity. Just the power of a god that no longer answered him. And so that vast divine body was torn apart, piece by piece, scattered at last across the cosmos entire. The one dealt to the his true form echoed back into the avatar standing before the closest in the theater. Give up now, your defeat is certain. No, this cannot be. I am the humanity god, protector of mankind. Yet the very beings you sought to protect will now bring about your end. Come forth, children born of me. Arrogant ones who call themselves closers of doors. Though unintended, I shall grant you the power to slay even gods. Now take up arms and fight, knowing not that all of you wield is but my will. Knowing that even your pitiful resolve was long within my plan. Strike the final note of this pitiful play. Clever, yes, but that very reason lawful children.
이 싸움 나도 장담할 수
Cannot one of these freaking stories end in a happy ending? Jesus Christ. Like every part, it feels like all according to the enemy's plan. In that haste, the closer raised their weapon once more, standing before them a strangely faltering god of humanity, preparing for battle. Somewhere someone was watching, waiting for their friend's defeat. The closer remained unaware of their great gaze upon them. Very well, closer, come forth. Strength thou your so-called god, with the strength of humanity alone. At the end of a fierce struggle, the newborn god of humanity began to falter. Seeing that sign, the closer finally became aware of the presence of a thin thread-like strings controlling them. They hesitated to land the final blow, but then... What's wrong, closer? Have you forgotten your next slide and stage direction? Hurry now, closer. With that powerful strike, bring down humanity's gods before your eyes. That is the true path to the future. For some reason, those words stirred the closer's heart. The closer raised their weapons once more, and then, now, let's bring this to an end. Cry out that humanity has no need for gods. This map is simple, but I kind of like it. Though, it's not my favorite. My favorite one is the Grammary one. And it's not like just because it's Grammary, it's more like the theme of it. Okay, at the shooting stars on the background. Okay, time to return. I shouldn't dilly-dally too much because there's probably gonna be an ad soon. Okay. Struck by the closer's final blow, the god's form crumbled upon the stage. Thus the god of humanity met his end at the very moment he was born. Watching the scene unfold within the museum, the master muttered with a blank expression. At last, my victory. It was truly a long battle, an immense deep grudge lay within. Oh, what a fantasy. Then let us begin by taking this museum, a facility far too grand for humanity to keep. Scribe, I shall rehire you, of course with your mind rewritten. Ah, hmm. I've manually activated the museum's defense system. This precious place entrusted to me by my master, even if my life ends here, I shall not let you defile it. Meaningless gesture, did I not tell you? The same code engraved within the child of wisdom and the child of life alike. They cannot harm their god. The same goes for you, and for the system you yourself built. Even if I'm no more than a frail avatar and not my true body, to think that such attack could harm me is... What is this blood? I'm bleeding, pierced through. Even if this is a human-shaped avatar, the code I gave you should still be valid. There should be no possibility of me suffering harm. Could it be? My old friend, my final nemesis. Could it be your doing? That's right. Yes, it was all my doing. From the remains of a dead god, the merry count rises again. I lift the weary mask and send my regards to my old friend. This battle may be your victory, and perhaps my defeat. But apart from that, the true victor of this battle is humanity. For at last humanity has seen your flesh and blood. All of Count's torment began the moment he decides to stand on the side of humanity. How could he truly become of use to them? To write a grand finale and thereby save all humanity, that was the first method he conceived. But he knew humanity would never be obediently follow that path. The humanity he cherished would never, even in ruin, act according to his intentions. Indeed, that was precisely why he was captivated by them. Yet, unfortunately, there was no way for humanity to win otherwise. He could have forced his grand finale upon them, annihilating those who resisted across the cosmos, and reign as the god of humanity. And truthfully, he had been tempted by that motion, but in the end the Count abandoned it. For as the one who called himself their friend, such tyranny was unthinkable. Then what should he do? From the start, humanity could not harm their god, the Great Will, for he had inscribed within them a code that prevented his creation from ever bringing him harm. He was not only a god of far higher rank, but also shielded by his inviolable code. Humanity could not so much as graze a single hair upon his being. Then how could this situation be overcome? How could brave warriors ever hope to slay the beast of Givaudan? After a long deliberation, the Count conceived of one way. Not only to nullify the code of the Great Wall had engraved into humanity, but also give humanity the experience of having slain the god, to prepare them even slightly for battles that might one day come against future lords. The only drawback was that it would demand his own sacrifice. Yet it was the only way. My friend, did you know? Theater carries many meanings. At times it symbolizes deception. Is that not exactly what this current situation is? Yes, it was all a play. Created that flimsy script called the grand finale to and trying to guide humanity according to it, then acting in rage when things didn't go my way. Yes, it was all a performance. All of it to deceive his most cunning friend. And yet, theater may also serve another purpose. It is, in fact, a ritual, also bearing the aspects of great ceremony or rite. Since ancient times up until now, theaters had at a time equated with a religious ritual. Yes, it was all a play. The Count greatly diminished his own power and stature, and was reborn as the god of humanity. To the eye, it seemed the madness of a god seeking to bend humanity to his will. But in truth, it was a grand ritual to create a reality in which humanity's warriors would slay their own god, to implant within humanity the possibility of slaying the humanity's god. He redefined himself as the god of humanity in his most vivid terms possible, then arranged for the closest to strike him down. Of course, this would be an immensely difficult task for the closest, but if it's them, they'll find a way to overcome it. And the true God of humanity himself would witness it, and the process of moral slaying gods, and acknowledge it. And now, at last, the great ritual has ended. The curtain calls, my friend. Did you enjoy the play? Then it's time to collect your admission fee. This play, wrought with my flesh and blood. You shall pay the price with your flesh and blood. Have you gone mad? One who stood among the rank of gods, giving up his divinity for those small insignificant creatures. And not even for your own creations, but those you did not make yourself. Ah, indeed. Seems I truly have gone mad. But isn't this the ending you had always expected? That I would lose myself, obsessed with the humanity you seek. You, I have played the role you wish of me, my friend, and surely a creator must bear responsibility of his creations. But you did not. Instead, you cast them away, calling them grotesque. You made beautiful things, yet failed to recognize their worth, only persecuting them. As your friend, I chose to bear that responsibility in your stead. Of course, even I cannot be claimed to be wholly without fault. Can you see this one here, Lady Morta? Ah, Count. If my presence displeases you, then please let me disappear again. I'm nothing more than a faulty doll. Ah, no, it never displeased me. Those words I spoke back were nothing more but lies to deceive my friend. In truth, it was the opposite. When I saw you endure that endless boredom, and still remain steadfast in your love, I was truly moved, a god moved by his own creation. My Count, to confess, I never truly sealed away my memories of you. I left a fragment of you hidden within my unconscious. You were my weakness, so yes, I suspected the closest I know might drag you from that secret chamber in order to defeat me. But never did I imagine that you would return, with your memories and self intact. You gave me a joy I could never have foreseen, and a guilt I could not ignore. It is I am who must apologize to you, and not only for that. My lady, I neglected you for far too long. While condemning my friend's faults, I was also guilty of the very same sin. But the closers and my faithful servants made me realize my mistake. The closers saw the worth in you, though I could not. And all the performances, experience, and what's with them, in time they changed something in me. And only now have I gained the courage to face you again. My lady, the reason I could not see your beauty was because I saw in you my own insufficiency. This too is a symbol of theater. At times it is deception, at times it is a ritual, and at times it becomes a mirror, forcing us to confront ourselves. And I, who dare call myself both master of the theater and its audience, lacked even the courage to gaze into that mirror. So I beg your forgiveness, my lady, in this earnest apology. I acknowledge you as mine, born of shadow, most beautiful creations. A warrior who stood against the dreadful foe even I most feared, boredom, and safeguarded her love until the very end. You are now free, no one shall bind you again. If you wish to leave me because you hate me, I will let you go. But if you would remain with me, I swear to dedicate all the time I have left to you. If you would become my countess. Ah, my count. Your words are like a dream, but I'm I'm a being far beneath you. who is not different from a god. It did not turn out that way. Across every multiverse, you've become the one who left wounds on both my body and soul. I carried that truth for countless ages. You are no longer merely human, nor merely a doll. More psyche, no, psy- who endured her trials and reached the gods. You too have become something great. Thus you are worthy to stand at my side. Indeed, if you would, it would be my greatest joy and honor. I can't. I cannot stomach this. My friend, you are no longer standing among the gods. Snared by such beautiful creatures, you have lost your divinity. And what have you gained for the price of it all? An insignificant reward. At best, those powerless mortals have gained the ability to prick me with the tiniest thorn. To realize such a meager possibility, you cast aside your godhood. Surely this is the folly of on the greatest scale. Haha, perhaps so. But do you know, I have only realized something. There's nothing more foolish and pathetic than sulking over something you created because you think it's a failure. I'm not gonna do the laugh. I have bled too much. This tedious conversation must end. Farewell, my old friend. From the audience seat, you may watch the end of those you once loved, powerless to intervene. And as for you, scribe, oh great will, continue signing with them if you wish. Sooner or later, another of my avatars in another form will come to call you to account. Retracing the memories of this small vessel will not bring you closer to me, so do not waste your efforts. As for the blood of my foolish son made me spill, I shall forgive it. But the next time we meet, the only thing that will remain for this museum and for you is the grand overwhelming despair. With those words the master staggered and then fell. He never rose again. His flesh and blood began to spread on the floor of the museum.
이 싸움
Mhm. As my friend departed, but it's nothing more than the casting off of an incarnation. Soon enough he will return in one form or another. I wonder what kind of battle will unfold between my returned friend and the closers. A pity that I cannot perform alongside them upon the stage. I shall simply retreat to the audience and watch. Master, are you alright? Your body, it's becoming fainter and fainter. Ah, it cannot be helped. That is how the script was written after all. I suppose I held out for quite a while, though I've taken far too many of my friend's earnest blows. Still, it was worth it, playing the role of humanity's god. An ill-fitting part, yet for a fleeting moment, it was a truly delightful performance. Can't, you don't mean? Yes, it seems I must retire, to live reality and pass beyond the veil into the netherworld. Ah, but don't worry, my disappearance does not mean the end of dreams. Dreams will not vanish, they will simply change from a divine power into a phenomenon. I will not die, I will simply depart from the realm of reality, becoming a concept. As many gods before me, thus I too shall become one of the laws of the universe. Yes, all the gods must eventually depart, and all that remains after them is only myths that honor their names. Myths that will once become deceptions, rituals, and mirrors for something else. Whenever those plays are performed again, I shall be reborn, silently desirous of the stage, gazing across the other side. Please take us with you. You are not yet ready to come here. You still vow to not abandon this world, right? Even at the risk of falling out of my favorite. But that was precisely the answer I sought. This was also a trial to measure your growth. And I have seen that growth with my own eyes. I'm truly proud of you. Master, I, I have recorded everything. that may be needed later upon this gramophone. Fragments of my own personality and voice remain there as well, but those are nothing more than the echoes I left behind. From here on, this theater belongs to you. Take good care of it, and be sure to put on splendid plays. Yes, I promise. Master, no, far. I leave it into your hands. My faithful ones, my daughters. And now, Lady Marta, Count, speak your wish. You may remain here with Dogger and Magra if you wish, or perhaps you may seek a new love, someone less cold-hearted than myself. That is impossible. I have already waited far too long, waited only uh, to love you, only to make you mine. So I shall claim you. I will be with you. From now until forever, I will remain by your side. This is both a thrilling prospect and a little terrifying. Very well, then come with me to the audience seat I have prepared. But before that, I must receive permission. Dogra and Magra, is it all right with your if your mother leaves? Mother, no. No, I don't want that. To be parted from you again after it's finally being reunited. Dogra, sis, you must not throw a tantrum. Father will need someone to be by his side too. And besides, this isn't a final farewell, is it? One day we will meet again. With Dad and Mom too, Magra. Unbelievable. Dogra, who only knew how to act mature and hold back, is now throwing a tantrum, and Magra, who used to be emotional and impulsive, is the one calming them down. You have truly grown. I am truly proud. With this, I have no lingering regrets to live upon this stage. And now, lastly, closer. Will you grant me a handshake? I wish to grasp your hand. In response to those words, the closer approached and took the Count's hand, and then, surprise, this is a sage dog that prepared for her comedy. Since she went through the trouble of setting it up, why don't we hold the last drama watching party here together? Fine. Then what should I show you? My recommended drama? If I had to pick, it'd be. Wait, hold on. Sukyu ends with Sunju. Sunju was engaged to Sukyu's best friend just a few days ago. That's trashy and absolute trash. Which is exactly why I cannot stop watching. Now I get why you're so hooked too. It's not like I enjoy it because it's trashy. Love and Dimensional War. It's a masterpiece that blends tangled human relationship with the tragedies of war. Sure, sometimes it dips into trashy drama territory, but humans have always longed for a bit of spice. From ancient plays to modern dramas, it's always the same. And shows that carry spice, that gives audience car catharsis, catharsis, sometimes even healing old wounds. Maybe that is why you've drawn in deeper than you realize. Stop analyzing it like that. Just watch drama because I like them, that's all. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. What I really wanted to say was that I'm glad you grew into such a fine closer. Even with a painful past, you've grown into a remarkable closer. Even now, when faced with harsh reality, you will still stand as one. I truly respect you, closer Sylvie. That's the real message I wanted to give. I suppose I should thank you too, for staying by us all this time, for your support and expectation. I'll make sure to repay them. To be honest, at first I looked down on you. My intent was simply to use you to keep the other lord in check. Even the talk of becoming your god, half of it was a mere pretense, but your struggles, your fight, truly moved me. In the end, uh, i- in the time I spent with you, I came to see true worth. Somewhere along the way, I became your genuine fan. So now, as a fan, I'll place my faith in you and return quietly to the audience. But don't worry too much. I won't disappear completely. This will be just between us. If that friend or any of the lords decide to cheat, then I'll have the perfect excuse to cheat too. Who knows? I might crash the stage one more time. Of course, maybe this whole speech will just end as a red herring. What matters is that I will always be watching you, always cheering you on. Don't ever forget that. It's nearly time for the curtain to fall. My play ends here, but yours will go on. To give us a glorious finale, so give us a glorious finale and a glorious fight. My closer, my proud warrior.
아주 즐거웠어. 또 와주시게.
잠들지 마.
This is a message from the theater. Dear Noah, guardian of humanity's memories, though it was but a play, I apologize for the pain I caused you. But I hope you understand. After all, the eyes watching us must be great indeed. It may be it may not be much of a reward, but if you stay near the museum, I'll share a few functions and pieces of information that should prove useful. May you wrestle with hardship, fight alongside, and last triumph alongside humanity. Now then, farewell. Lord of Fantasy, I'm sorry for ever doubting you, even for a moment. But you played your role far too well. I had no choice. That's why. Yes, farewell. You were eccentric, reckless, and impulsive, and yet ever so kind. And your sage was always the finest. Goodbye, dear Conti.
진심으로
The curtain rises and the play begins. On the stage stands a pair of a man and woman. Ah, rejoice, Lady Martha. I finally completed that script I've struggling with for so long. The play about the Beast of Gavardon. Surely it won't be like last time where I got the sense to solve everything, right? Of course not. However, the god will appear midway in another guise, as another trial for the heroes, this time as a false monster. By defeating that monster, the warriors will gain the clue they needed to slay the true beast, and the god, still in monster form, will depart in satisfaction. So what do you think? Isn't this a decent script? This is the best I can do for now. Yes, it is a wonderful script. That is enough, Dee. Ah, this is nice. Yes, that is enough, my count. A marvelous play born of a marvelous script. Thank you. Thank you, my love, my countess. And now the next act belonged not to us, but to the closers. I can't wait to see the play they will put on. I'm ready for them, but they'll be fine. For they are the warriors who capture my heart. I wish you strength, my closers. May your struggle be crowned with glory and victory. Farewell, beloved closers.
오, 인간
God dang it.
이러구나.
Why does everyone keep dying?
번태는 아주 무서운 적이지. 때론
God dang it. To be honest, I did not expect that, but like,
오늘은 어떤 무대로 날 즐겁게 해줄 테니
it's it was good, but like, why? Everyone keeps dying.
잘 모르겠는데. 안녕. 잘 가세요.
Okay,
자주 놀러
an ad
오세요.
break's about to start. There's more story, but like, let me just wait for the ad to start. Why does everyone keep dying? The worst part is that, like, on the actual main story, there are some other characters that we know that are also in peril right now, so they could actually die as well. I hate it here. I'm just gonna do some dailies while I'm waiting. By the way, friend, how's the souls going?
작전 개시. 적을 선별합니다. 놓치지 않겠어. 내 안에 놓치지 않겠어. 공간 압축 개시. 중력장 전개.
Correct. Well, I guess we won't play then today.
이 정도쯤이야.
I mean, it's fine, but you always forget about the solos. Like, I can't really help you if you don't do them.
적의 차원 왜곡장 현장에서 쓸만한 물건을 발견했습니다. 적병력 대규모 움직임.
Okay, ad should start soonish.
적병력 전방위 적병력 대규모 움직 중. 더 모이기 전 적병력 전방위
Okay, that's more. Yep, I'll take this.
더 모이기
I need all the chromatic face essence I can get. Because enhancing chips. To be honest, the way the story is like going,
적을 선발합니다.
it does feel like we're reaching the end. It might not be like this year, it might only be like next year or something. But it does feel like we're reaching the end. And I don't know if it's gonna be an actual end or if it's gonna be like a season end. But considering like
예상대로군.
considering that characters we know have been dying, it feels like an actual end. It's gonna be upon us like next year or 2 years from now. Okay, is this the new machine for the... Oh no, this is to create the raid, I guess.
적의 차원
Yeah,
왜곡장
before I can do that in a sec.
전방위 적대
Okay, nothing.
전방위 적대 세력을 확인. 위험도는 크지 않습니다. 전방위 적병력
For now, Sully's fine. Like,
더 모이기 전에 선제 타격을 해야 합니다.
there are other NPCs that are like in the line of fire, but Sully isn't one of them. But it has been NPCs that have been with us since the start.
도착했습니다.
Like, one of them is the... You may not remember it, but you remember, like, on the first area, there was, like, a girl on the shop. She wore, like, a fox hoodie, or... I think it's supposed to be, like, a fox hoodie or whatever. She's on the line of fire right now. Then there's some new NPCs, and there's some like more or less new NPCs. I'll explain it like this. For the like black lambs, wolf dogs, it may be wild hunters. I'm not sure with wild hunters. It's that fox girl, and more specifically, it's a new NPC which is Yuri's mom. Those are in the line of fire. For the Radis team is an NPC for them. The Radis has seen a lot of death
모시겠소.
too.
신사숙녀 여러분. 왕의
Wait.
열망과 인간의
It's not
꿈이
here. What is it then? Here?
모시겠소. 신사숙녀 여러분.
Oh, maybe I need to talk to her before it unlocks the rest of the things. Okay, so ads are done. Let's continue. I guess. Did you come here because you were worried? If so, that makes me happy. No, to be honest with you, right now nothing seems to lift my spirits. I changed back into my original clothes, cleaned every corner of the theater, but it's no use. Can't stop feeling emptiness. The emptiness of losing my master and my mother, whom I only met. May I tell you an old story? Long, long ago, there was a great star of metal. On its smooth surface, infinite in scope, the endless multiverse reflected back. As it carved those reflections into its own body, the star gained it a will. Before long, many beings from other stars chipped away at its surface, making tools of their own. Sometimes blades, sometimes machines, and sometimes masks. Every one of those tools bore the star's will. But merely sitting idle, watching it unfold, grew far too tedious, and so the stars chose to move. It made avatars, traveled from star to star, made friends, defeated foes. At last it ended the era where all dreams were nightmares, and it stole the power of dreams from the wicked dragon. It chose to show humanity a myriad of dreams. Those acts delighted the star, yet it could never escape its ennui, for the star itself could not dream. Even as it governed the dreams of all conscious beings, it could not dream of its own. Every act it took, every will it held, was but an imitation of another's, a performance put on behind a mask. And yet, at long last, that being finally dreamt, a dream of protecting beings far weaker and smaller than itself. If not for you guests and the other humans, perhaps my master would have never departed. But then he would have been tormented by eternal ennui. So I am grateful to you, guest. What becomes of this theater now, even I cannot say. But with my sister, I'll do all I can to protect it. As part of that, I've gathered the plays our master left behind and registered them in the theater. Those plays, the legacy of our father and mother, please enjoy them to the fullest. Because you are our guest, cherished by our parents, we will stand by you until the very end, so someday let's meet again in the world of dreams, guest.
잘 가세요. 자주 놀러 오시고요.
Holy! Okay, rates are back, and okay. Okay. I'm thinking. Well, first, fantasy world. This fantasy. I'm gonna need this too. Oh, no, it's just accessories, right? Yeah, it's just accessories. Morta, 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 D, D, and then the illustration. So if I scroll down, oh yeah, there should be new costumes I missed as well. Wait, skip. Wait, no, it's done. Okay, down. Oh, I guess he does not have new ones. Okay. But there should be a new NPC ones, which is County and Lady Morta. Yeah, Lady Morta. And Humanity's got D. uh,
오퍼레이팅 시작. 현장에서 쓸만한 물건을 발견했습니다. 전방에 적대
okay, so
위험에
I have finished this story now. Well, I'm gonna have to like grind these, but I think I'll first need to grind the Dogra and Magra. I guess it's fitting for me to get the count as soon, like, after I finish the story. Okay. So, the yeah, this gives these, but these ones are useless. So I guess I'll just focus on this. Okay, Violet. That platinum one is really good. Unique synchro fiber is good. T1 is good. Why are all the good rewards on the Wolf Dog team? God dang it. Getting this is gonna be annoying. Okay. Oh, rare. Oh, I guess I can only get one. Okay, now I just need Marta to get these, which is kind of useless, but whatever. Okay, now I'll just do the dailies and then I'll end stream. It's around time for me to end stream, and I did the story at least.
검은 양팀 현장에 도착했습니다. 빠른 전개 갱신. 영검이 생산. 빠른 공간 압축. 중력장 전개. 소환 완료. 공간 압축. 영검이 생산. 정확하게. 경계한테선 도망치지 못해.
Okay.
이 정도쯤이야.
Wait, I can just stay here, right? But that mission for me to do the raid one, I won't be able to do it. I mean, I could try to do it, but I'm gonna get pummeled. There's no buts about it. What is MH? God, I just didn't notice the name of that person.
적의 차원 회복장이 건재합니다.
Where?
침착해. 전방의 적대 적병력 전방의 적대 세력을 확인. 위험 전방의 전방의 적병력 대규모
Okay.
적병력 대규모 응집 중. 더 모이기 전에 선제 타격을 해야 합니다. 작전 개시. 적을 선멸합니다. 빠른 내 안에. 중력장 전개. 공간 압축 중력 집중. 빠르게 영건이 생성. 이걸 소환 완료. 멈추지 못했어. 예상대로군.
It shouldn't take that long for me to finish the dailies. I'm just gonna fight against them. I'll skip the dragons. There's
오퍼레이팅 시작. 이번 작전은
there's not much
계속됩니다.
point.
전방위 적 병력, 전방위 적
I used to do them for the materials, but now I can get the materials a lot easier.
크지 않습니다.
It's just extra runs if I want to play a little bit more.
작전 개시. 적을 선멸합니다.
Okay, so right now what I need to focus is doing dailies with Dogged and Magra to get the better weapon. Oh, and from what I realized, I don't think Dogged and Magra's one is reliant on drop rate. So I can actually get like the best weapon if I grind for it, of course. Let me go and check it. Here, here, upgrade. Upgrade 3. Fantasy. Yeah, this one isn't like reliant on drop rate. 70. How much do you think the boss will give? It's not as big as a boost as I thought it would be. But it is a boost, don't get me wrong. Like, the crit damage bonus increases, and also the psi power increases. Okay. But there is one that relies on drop rates, I know that for sure. Okay, Dogged and Magra is there. Dungeon type didn't appear here. Oh, they added an icon for things that require like a limited amount of uses. That's cool. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's a new icon for the raid, I guess. Okay. I'll go for here. I'll put it on weekly, even though... No, I'll put it hard solo. It's not here. It's not here. Special, probably. Yeah, it's in special. Jesus. No, I'm really curious, but I'm not strong enough for that yet. Like, I don't want to just join and get pummeled. Though I am curious if I can like solo the boss or not. Well, first it depends if there's what's it called? Limited revives, which there probably is. Second, it depends if like I mean, second, it's gonna be various like it's gonna be a boss rush basically. So even if a boss doesn't have a DPS check, one of them would have for sure.
최단 루트와 현장에서 쓸만한 물건을 발견했습니다. 전방이 적병 경로
Also, I guess oh,
적이 사각 경로 내
god dang it.
적이 사각을 경로 내 공간 왜곡 발생.
No, they removed the boxes. I guess
가능한 팀으로 대응해 주십시오.
there's no point in me grinding for these anymore. Uh, so those fights are done. Let me just do one with Ash and Dust because I am really close to getting the achievement for them now.
작전 도시 적을 선멸합니다. 너희들 내가 왔어. 빠른 작전 더 많이 늘려줄게. 전자의 힘을 내 안에 있어. 다시 완전해진 나를.
그럴까? 내가 보기엔 아닌데.
Yeah, let's see if I can hit her.
완전해졌어. 하나 발사.
No, I cannot.
난 여기야.
No. Yep. Oh, come on. That counted?
난 여기야.
잡힌 건 너야.
이번엔
Hey, dead.
하지 못해.
I mean, she's gonna be dead as soon as she finishes this stupid. Well, okay, dead.
뭐야 이게? 시시.
If I remember correctly, I was really close of finishing Dust.
예상대로
Ash would need like 5 more runs compared to Dust, or something like that. Okay. Now it's just Ash, then the ticket for the Night Maze, and if I have enough, I'll do the Night Maze. If not, I'll do something else. Okay, let me just do Ash first, and then I'll check how many things I need.
검은 양팀
환상 속의
현장에
결정.
도착했습니다.
시작해 볼까? 재와 먼지가 자욱해진다.
인간아 부족해. 영건이
거짓된 수호자가 왔다. 떨어져.
Okay, fall back and praise me.
멈추지 못해. 위상이
대초에 어둠이 있어.
In the beginning, there was darkness. What the heck did I just read over there?
온 힘을 다해. 간다.
나의 변덕스럽던 누나를 위해.
I just looked to the side and I just read something. What are they going on over here? Someone said hello.
예상대로군.
Someone said yo. And someone says me in legs.
인벤토리가 가득 차셨다면 저의 창고 기능을 활용해 보세요.
Okay, let me just check really quickly. Achievements. Um, sector. Touchable, no. Sing win. Gotta get one more run for her. And for this, I need four more. No, for Ash, I need four more. Okay, these fantasy. It's just gonna be the mask and the other things as well. Okay, so just the maze. Okay, so this might be the last run, or I might have another run after this. Come on. He was invincible through that.
이걸로 끝이야. 발사! 진력장! 전속한 영건의 생성! 전장! 놓치지 않겠어! 눈 깜짝할 새! 신속하고 정확하게. 그리고 최선을 다해서.
Okay.
예상대로군.
Okay, maze. Okay. I'll have to wait until tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow or next week, whatever I decide. Let me just go to Norse Museum really quickly. So soon it's gonna reach. Yeah, this is the Hall of Season 2, Season 3. And they do call it the finale. So. I think the story of Colossus might be ending. I'm not gonna say soon, but like maybe next year. Like either next year or 2 years from now. Gonna be sad once it does. Okay, let's just focus on Gacha right now. Come on. No, that's Graham. As much as I love Graham, I don't want to do the thing right now. Unique synchrofiber is good. Okay, first, okay. Now I can refresh. That's a dream token. This game, it's probably gonna like be done. I don't think there's gonna be anything else after the story ends. Uh, yeah. I mean, it's been a long journey, but still, it feels. I don't like how the ending is approaching already. What was I gonna do? Alright, I was gonna go to the event and check. I can still get more of these, so I don't have to worry too much about these. So I'm gonna have to grind today on trash off screen. On. I don't want Mechagons. They're oh, come on. Oh god, dang it. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, good. Finally. And I can't do any more pulls for now. I have 4. I need 5 more for the last piece, and then it's 6 more. So I'm getting close. Okay, let me just do these things.
이슬비 다녀왔습니다.
I guess I never put them exploring here.
귀여운 아이들을 많이 키울 거예요.
I'm running. I wouldn't say I'm running low on money, but I did take a big hit. I don't know from what specifically, but something drained like 100. Was it 100,000 or 100 million? I have some money like stored away, so I can just sell that. Just have to make sure. Oh, hey, Sylvie. It's only enough for. No. Okay. So it's what, 300? And then like what? 340. I'll do it like this. 310. We go for more 10. Okay. My money is back to the normal values. Oh, I still had the diamonds as well. Those are worth a bunch. Okay, let me just put this here. And I already got Mirai. Where should I put the second one? Sure, I'll put you here. Okay, get this, and yeah, this is gonna be it for today's stream then. Tomorrow it's gonna be Minecraft. I'm gonna continue working on the space station. Oh yeah, Fant, there's a new jumping ticket. So if you ever wanna use this on someone, you can. Though you always come back for the jumping thing, so you probably don't even need to use that on anyone. But oh well. Yeah, this is gonna be it for today's stream then. I see Cyrus online, but let me check something. Once I started stream, there was someone else streaming closer, so I wonder if they're still streaming. Thank you guys for coming. Nope, no one else, so I guess Cyrus it is. Okay. So, yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be Minecraft, and then it's gonna be the Limbus with the Ark Knights collab. I can't wait for that. I'm annoyed that the Amiya is like paid only. I might actually spend money on Limbus to get the Amiya. I'm not sure. Now I'll think about it when like once it reaches. But yeah. This is it for today's stream. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.